Good evening or good night, based on where in the world you're watching from. Yes, I said the ice storm is passed over Georgia and it's back to normalcy. The sun is out, so as you could see, there's no ice on the trees right now. When I come out this morning, my car was full of ice. So they said we're gonna have a late start today. Work. And as you could see on the side of the roadway, they have the crush and the salt. And if you look into the middle of the road, you'd see it's still wet. There's nobody gonna drive on the wet spot. People tend to speed because you can't see the black ice, you can feel it. When the vehicle slid out of control or slide out of control, that's the only time you can feel the black ice. But some part of Georgia, it's more dangerous than others. Some places get it more. So if you look on the road, you'll see the road white because they salt the road. Yesterday there wasn't a lot of traffic on the roadway, so it makes it much easier for the trucks to put down the salt. So the roadway is right now, which is the highway is looking good. And now the time is now 9:22 a.m. As you could look at the side, you could see the ice still on the side of the road. So anywhere you have puddle on the side of the road, it's ice. Shine like a looking glass. But good morning to you. What are you having for your tea this morning? Are you having some mint tea, some garlic tea, some ginger tea, some turmeric tea, or a cup of coffee? Whatever you're having this morning, hope you are safe and the storm pass you by. Because we see in Georgia where a lot of people are out of power. A lot of trees come down, damage a lot of houses. I just see on the news where a driver counting his blessing because a tree just fell in front of him. But they were warning us that if you don't have to be on the roadway, please stay off the road, stay home. A friend of mine come visit me yesterday. He said just as he driving off from the stoplight, ice fell off the light of the stoplight and dropped right into his windscreen. He younger here, flash. He was so frightened that because we have an ice storm, so once the water drop on the line, it freeze. And as you could hear the ice splashing off the car, because I have the heat on, so it's melting the ice. But the topic of the morning, hope everyone is safe and sound and can able to move about freely again. If you're in North Georgia, then the roadways are still treacherous up north. But we go in to many Minneapolis where underneath the bridge there still have ice. We're going to Minneapolis where they still have chaos going on in the streets where people, where protesters and ICE agents are clashing. So one more person unalive by ICE agent and it was caught live on camera. And the person who lose his life was an ACU nurse. And he was doing what he loved best or what he do best is to protect life. As he was protecting a woman from ICE. They pushed, you could see the video where the ICE agent pushed the woman and antagonized in and he went in to rescue the woman. But every hero died. That's what he was doing. So he died as a hero. You see, they say he have a weapon on him, which you did see when the ICE agent pulled the weapon from his waistband. But if you pull the weapon from his waistband, that means he was intended to use it. Because if he was intended to use it, it would be in his hand, not in his waistband. And the ICE agent pulled it from him while he was on his knee and his hand. He was on the ground. When they shoot him like a dog, that's not even animal they shoot like that. Because if Peter see you, look at these food. It's they all look at this. They have DOT, they have state troopers. This is interesting. After the ice start, so they never get to work over the weekend. So now they are out in their numbers. So they unalive the person by disarming. Because if you disarm him on his hands and knees, he's on the ground and you still unalive him, what does that tell you? So they're out for BLOOD. That's what the ICE agents are out for. But if you look at all the democratic state that the president lost in, that's where he's sending his agent to go in and to create havoc and to create chaos in all these cities and states. Then the president, before he know anything about person who loses life, he said they are terrorists. Then now he come and say like the person parents support him, and all voted for him. They are fans of his. So he changing his tune. But people are asking when it's going to end. The Democrats are calling for defunding ICE. They're calling to defund ICE when you have several Democrats vote to continue to fund ICE with the Republican. So a lot of Democrats are saying those Democrats were Republican. Don't go vote as Democrat. Was said over the past what 2 months, we see where ICE unalive over 3 Americans, 2 white and 1 black. So now they have to change their tune. Governor Waltz is calling and the president to halt all operation of ICE in the state because it's only gonna get worse. It's not gonna get any better. And ICE, they are not backing down because they are backed by the president. They are backed by DHS. They are backed by the Secretary of State. They are backed by all of the Republicans. So what I tell you, they are strong in numbers and they are mighty because they are backed by the government. I don't know when they brief them what they tell them to go out and do to a citizen of America. But whatever they brief them, they're going out there and they're carrying out that duty. If you don't comply, we execute you. Obviously, where a lot of them being people being executed in the streets on camera. It's like you're watching a movie, a horror movie, and the horror movie won't go away. But everybody's heart is bleeding because it's feel like it's in the 1900s where they used to set dogs and black people in the streets. But no, it's not dogs and the people. It's ICE and its own citizen of America. People got to understand when you voted for your congressman and woman and your senators, this is the reality of life. And this is the outcome because your government don't care about the poorer class. government can unleash an agent to take you out by the clip of a finger, just like that. When I come to America, I think they said, and the vehicle it said, to protect and serve and preserve life is a preservation of life, but that don't happen anymore. The first chance they get is to take away life. They say under all other administration, ICE agent used to unmask. They used to just come because I never see no horror when ICE come for people before this administration. So that's all ICE do. They just, hey, come with me, and people just said okay. But I think this president want chaos, so he masked them up to go out in the street, and then it's so funny. Oh, it's funny because most of the people who working for ICE to me, it seem like they're Latinos, and most of the people who they are holding on to is Latino. I see we're in Atlanta, Georgia, where ICE agent to become an ICE agent, you just sign up and you get a 60,000 sign-on bonus. They're advertising. You get a $60,000 sign-on bonus, and the president was saying you're getting other incentives. So that's why you see a lot of people are signing up to be a ICE agent. Because just imagine your sign-on bonus is 60,000. You don't even have to touch your pay. And I see where they say one was a pedophile and the other one he was they have to deport him back to Mexico because he have bogus. So who investigated the ICE agent? Seem like nobody does. But wherever you're watching from, thanks for watching. Remember, if you happen to be on the roadway, please be careful in Atlanta, Georgia, because still have some wet spot. But and the temperature right now is what, 23 degrees. So it's still below freezing and it's very windy. As you could see, the trees they are moving in the wind. But the good thing about it, the sun is out. And the birds are flying about. But thanks for watching. Remember, like, share, and subscribe to Tampo underscore 1960 TV, where we keep you up with what's going on in the neck of our wood. Peace. Be safe.